Hey wizards, guess what? It is Kieran Ashhammer. I'm back again. Excuse me. Spring crud in the throat. You guys know how that is. And we are back again, guys, here on the hunt for, well, what exactly is going on here in Darkmoore. We're being fed a lot of tales from what's her name, and we are doing some investigations. So let's go talk to Lucy and see exactly where you're at. I hope everybody's doing great. I'm pretty stoked to be hanging out with you guys. Here we go.
You have photomancies of stolen treasures? My word. I knew Strigoi employed McCreary as a facilitator, but to loot his victims is so class. And there is so much. It takes barely a pint of blood to sustain a vampire for a night. A single victim, if properly preserved, can last a long time. Yet all these objects, all these victims, it is as though Strigoi was stocking up. But why? And this harp, to take so beautiful an instrument and throw it on a pile to collect dust, this silence humanity's best to enable its worst, it seems.
Yes, okay.
Apologies. Yes, Luther Tillman. It is strange to find his name on a list of ascended, as I'm fairly certain he is standing right there. I fear his presence on this list may indicate his future victimization. Perhaps you should warn him. I would much rather not have roughage hurled at me again.
Let's...
I do not know what is coming over me. But yes, this circled group of names is intriguing. The circles are quite vociferous, suggesting perhaps dissatisfaction with them. If any of the Ascended escaped their fate, it would certainly provoke such rage. We enjoyed the chase, you see, but only so long as we won. Yet I have no idea where to look for these people. Have you found any other allies in the village? Perhaps they could help.
Okay, so we have two more investigation things to do. We'll just go and do the next one that's on the list. Bruno, let's go talk to him. He was giving us information earlier.
Survivors of Ascension. Feed escaped the trough. An intriguing thought. But if they so much as showed their faces in town, their fates would be sealed. You have seen how the vampires have enablers, yes? So, they must be in the woods, if they still be at all. Perhaps the deeper woods over yonder.
Well, it looks like we're going into the woods, guys. I love how they made all this, though. I love the atmosphere, the clouds and everything. King's Isle, big shout out on the world development again. I can't stop talking how awesome Darkmoore turned out. Okay, guys, I do want to thank everybody who's taken a moment to watch the video and tune in and check things out. Hope everybody's doing great. Remember, there's 3 free ways you can support it.
Leave us alone! Do not fear. There is no need for it. We will take you far from here, far from the wicked vampires, and give you the immortality they covet. More than that, we will give you purpose, a quest. You will help rediscover the power stolen from us all.
No, stay away!
Okay, let's go help these against these creepy Skullomari stalkers. Very good. Like I was saying, there's 3 free ways you can support the channel. You guys all know them, but I'll just repeat them one last time. You hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and you can also go ahead and drop me a comment down in the comments section of any videos. Doesn't matter if you're watching an older video or a newer video. I super appreciate the feedback any way it comes. I like engaging with you guys and getting to know you. So fantastic, guys. I do appreciate that. Okay. Oh, by the way, don't forget Monday night streams. Had a good time this last Monday night hanging out and talking with you guys. If you got a chance, come. Thanks very much. Don't forget to give a shout out in the video. And if not, hopefully you'll make the next round. Ooh, don't want that. Okay. We'll go ahead and pass and get one more blade. Very good. Okay. Yeah, the Skullomari, I guess we'll call them witches. They are definitely ugly, aren't they? Okay. Let's just do that and get this over with. There we go. Murph is on the job. Oh, by the way, I went ahead and stitched my staff to get a more fiery look. This is one of those special crafted staffs from out of Chrysalis. So I went ahead and stitched that because I think it looks really good. Plus, it's not a staff you see out there very often. I love finding things that you don't see that often and stitching my staffs to that. One thing I've been kind of disappointed in is like, you know, the staff that I run with right now for my stats is still a staff from way back over on what do you call that place? Sorry, from the lemur place. Yeah, that's the staff I still run with because it gives me the best boost for my fire attacks. So I don't know, maybe I need to look at some of the other staffs. I was going to craft like the one from Novus, but it wasn't better than the staff I have. So yeah, it's kind of interesting that I haven't really quite found a better staff yet. I'm still using a staff from 3 worlds ago. Yeah. You ever find that sometimes you get stuck on some gear from a few worlds ago that just seems to stick out better? I know for the longest time the Darkmoore robes people would keep in those for a long time. You know, you got them at level 100 and people would keep them all the way through level 160, 170. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think they really do need to go and do a huge gear audit. But I know that would probably disappoint a lot of people over time, just because, you know, they've made their builds based off of the gear they have and everything. But I think the gear could really use a lot of balancing, yeah. Especially with the drop gear versus everything else.
Your loss. If you don't join the House of Wands, you will be cast down by them.
Thank you, stranger. What were those creatures? I have never seen their like before.
Oh, yes. We escaped our ascension. What a cruel joke. They merely fatten us up for the slaughter.
But it seems like they didn't lie about the dangers outside the village. So where are we to go?
A camp of similar outsiders? Yes, that should be ideal. And please, take any photomaps you need. Anything to convince our neighbors of their danger.
Oh, awesome. Photoman's time, guys. Let's take the picture.
I hope that serves your cause. Now we must find our way to your camp. Thank you again, stranger.
Okay, so it's 3 more souls saved. All good for it, right? Okay, let's give Lucy Easton a positive report. Slowly, we will turn this mob to our side, I'm sure. Absolutely. Yeah, so I really do think they could do a gear audit.
So there were survivors. Clever little morsels. Is this elation I feel? Relief? Why? I do not know these people, nor care to. So why does their survival enchant me so? Could it be that in removing one curse, the broken branch burdened me with another so common to mortals? That dread, choking impulse you call empathy.
Okay, now we need to go ahead and talk to Luther Tillman. I think I'm going to take a moment and fill up my health here. Yeah, so going back to the gear audit, you know, like case in point, you know, when they add some really nice gear to a section, like for instance, my Death Wizard just picked up the new atavistic gear that you can grind out in Celestia. That gear has been rocking me all the way through Chrysalis. Yeah, I've been pretty happy with it.
Beat it. I saw you talking to that pot stirrer over yonder, calling the blessed House of Cups vampires. That's not even a real word. You saw my name on a piece of paper, expunged from the guts of radivores, and think that is evidence that our protectors want to drink my blood. Beat it. No, wait, you stay here. I'll go home. I'm feeling a mite weary anyway.
Okay, let's go follow Luther to his house and see what's going on there. Because it seems like he's next on the list. Oh, good thing we know where these guys live, right? Haha, well...
You want to travel into the Whispering Woods?
I do not want to travel into the Whispering Woods. They are dark and full of scaries.
No. You do want to travel there. The whispers welcome you. They beckon you. Like a friendly voice in a strange land. Go to them.
Yes, my lord. I must go to the friendly scary woods.
And we need to go ahead and get a picture of her doing this. There we go.
Yes, my lord. Yes. I must go to the Whispering Woods. The whispers will welcome me.
Okay. Well, we better go ahead and follow him. We don't want him to,
I must walk to the woods. They beckon me. Call to me.
Oh, he's fast. Let's go. Help, he disappeared. He went to a different section of the Whispering Woods.
Walk to woods.
Let's go into the woods. Let's follow him, and let's see what he's going to find there. Well, I'm guessing he's going to find himself some vampires, since they were the ones who were hypnotizing him. That's my guess. Let's see.
Come, sweet morsel, offer your life to your lords.
Yes. Fill your cups with my life.
Did you bring a friend? Can we eat this one too? Or will they be noticed? Hardly matters now. Let us feed.
Uh-oh. Let's go. Okay, so you know what? These guys are going to be fairly easy to deal with. Let's add another blade to boost it. Yeah, so the gear, yeah. See, in MMOs, what I prefer is I prefer to see gear that shows not just aesthetic, like what I'm kind of working with right here. I don't mind the aesthetic part of it, but I like to have gear that shows some advancement or some what do you call the word? Some change through the story. I think that's a thing that makes MMOs a lot of fun when it's done right, or RPGs, is as you work your way through the game, you can get different gear that alters your aesthetic, and it shows an advancement. And when gear doesn't necessarily give you that kind of takes some of the fun out of it. Does that make sense? And when gear is just tossed out for you to sell, which that's what a lot of it is in the earlier part of the game, it just becomes a lot of junk gear. I almost didn't see the point to it to an extent. You know, we can have tons of junk gear, but if nobody's ever going to use it, I mean, what's the point of it there? Just beside being to sell gold. I say get rid of the extra drop junk gear and just have better gold drop rates. You know? That's my thought to it. And then really work through the gear so it feels impactful and worth trying to collect. That's my thing. I love the idea of getting new gear every world and every section that you're trying to get that pops you up. Not one all piece of meta gear that lasts you for like 4 worlds.
Is it trying to photomance us? Doesn't it know that won't work? We are creatures of shadow, darkness itself. We cannot be seen by your wretched light.
Okay, well, let's photomance these turkeys. They don't know that I have the shadow filter. We're keeping it.
What is going on? Did someone hiss at me? Am I in the woods? But they're dark and full of scaries. Oh, sure. I was led here by vampires because no one in the village would miss me. Did one of those brainless louts put you up to this? I'll lay into 'em all but good come the morning.
Boy, that guy is stubborn, isn't he? Well, we saved his life anyway, so we'll just kind of move on from there. Yep, but yeah, I think, you know, the satisfaction of progression through changing of outfits and upgrading gear, I really do think we kind of missed it here in Wizard 101, and I blame Waterworks.
Ah, shadow photos of the vampires about to feed. Much better. Yes, apologies. Vampires are not terribly photogenic. Consider this, though. Tillman would have simply walked into the woods and disappeared. No one would ever know what happened to him. No one would ask. Abandoned by a world trained to forget him after he is victimized in the night. Sorry, yes, we should carry on. I'm sorry. Give me a moment.
Lucy, we've talked about this. You can't exert yourself.
I am fine, Madam Briar. It is just all these photographs. The things we do, the things I used to do with nary a second thought. 'Tis not your cure, but a revelation that makes me ill. We have silenced artists, driven people from their homes, destroyed families. Also, we could sate our gluttonous appetites.
And that's enough. Come on, let me take you to the magicians, see what's happening.
Yes, perhaps you are right.
You should probably share those photos with the crowd, Wiz Kid.
Burn all who disparage our noble lord!
Good luck with that.
Okay, so it looks like I gotta aggressively talk to them again. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I think, you know, I mean, and those are just opinions. I know that they've been doing spell audits to try to balance out the spelling, the magic and everything. And there's lots of great things I still love about Wizard. I wouldn't be playing it for so long if I didn't. You know, it's just one of those things that, you know, when they originally designed everything, like I was just listening to an interview from another game designer who has designed games such as, you know, Star Trek Online, a few other ones and everything. And it's like, you know, when a lot of games first were thrown together, especially, they weren't necessarily thrown together for continued over and over and over expansions. And not all the systems were fully, they were great systems initially, but they didn't fully take into account the changes and what it would take to keep things going at a reasonable pace, right, for a long period of time. And Wizard 101 is definitely an example of that. WoW was an example of that because they hit a wall and had to start reworking things and coming up with new ideas. World of Warcraft, that is. And Wizard 101's been doing the same thing. And I think they've done a lot of really awesome positives, like the whole spell systems with the weaving idea and the overhaul of that, I think has really started to make things feel more fresh and interesting with more variety to it. Have they gone it all 100% that I would like say, wow, that's incredible? Well, no, but I think they've definitely made some fantastic improvements. The whole overhaul of the shadow spells, even though there's been some complaints and everything, I think lends in some weight and brings back the idea that shadow spells aren't just spells that you can use shadows with, but they also have a cost to them, you know? And I think the whole weaving concept is one of the things that that allowed for that to happen. And some people complain because did we lose some really good hard-hitting spells that we could just like cast pretty quickly as long as we had a shadow pip? Yeah, but in the end, there was no cost to using those shadow spells, like using the transformations. Remember, the transformations would cost you if you didn't do certain things. And I thought that concept was, you know, good. It made you think, okay, is this worth doing this? Is it worth using the shadow magic, right? It's pretty powerful. It can do some good things, but then there's some cost to it. And I thought, and I think especially, even though there were some people that really took a negative end to it. I think overall it's more positive, and it gives that weight back to the idea that shadow magic is very, very powerful, because it does. It adds a huge powerful. I will say when you weave it and you cast those spells, they are more powerful than they used to be, which is pretty awesome. But at the same time, there comes a cost to casting those spell-weaved shadow spells now that you've got to think about and prepare yourself for. Otherwise, you know, may or may not be worth casting. So I applaud them absolutely on that particular change, the mechanics, and I think it's positive. I think it brings shadow magic back into the game in a real way that makes it interesting. And the whole gambit and clear system that they've been introducing, that I think I'm finally getting a hold of. I'll be honest with you, I was kind of slow to really get a good handle on it. Makes the spellment system and the idea of modifying these spells to where you can get some really interesting combinations through the gambits system. I think it makes it more fun to play them. Like, I've been noticing that a lot right now with my Death Wizard as I've been going through that and building up those particular. Gosh, where is my stuff? I just really honestly, I just need the pips, right? But I think they've done a really good job of reimagining those processes, but yet giving us more power, but also a return thoughtfulness to it as well. I'm also kind of excited about some of the new spell weaving updates that we're about to get here in this next update. So I think all these things are really, really good. So what would I like to see? I would like to see them do a complete gear audit. I would like them to rework the gear. Okay, rework the gear. And I don't mind having certain gear that you can get that's really awesome, but I don't think it should be so powerful that it carries you through like 4 worlds. I know that might not be a popular opinion, okay? I think there should be some really cool gear that you can grind for, but I don't think it should be so powerful that it gets you through 4 worlds. I would say maybe 2 worlds. Maybe 2 worlds, 3 worlds tops. But 4 worlds or more, it's so powerful that you can keep running with that many with that much. I think it kind of takes away from the game a little bit, honestly. You know, I honestly do, and I think it makes the PvP situation a little bit odd. And then, you know, I think dropped gear that you get throughout the world should be the best gear for that world, for that stage. You know, again, maybe not the most popular thing, especially all those of us, and I am one of you who took plenty of time to grind for well, like my Death Wizard, I didn't even mess with Waterworks gear this round because the Ataviscus gear I thought was really good, and the grind wasn't even that bad. But, you know, a lot of people ground for the Waterworks gear. I've got probably 5 or 6 Wizard with full Waterworks gear sets. So, I understand, you know. But at the same time, there's, you know, now there's no excitement. Like, once you get the Waterworks gear, there's nothing to get excited about when gear drops or when you grind for gear in, say, Avalon or let's just say the Dinosaur Land, or even Chrysalis. You finally get to Chrysalis. Yeah, I mean, you know, the gear's not that interesting unless you're looking for some aesthetic stuffs like the staff I just crafted. Okay, you know, you kind of missing out on some of the awesomeness of those particular pieces of gear and what they could do, because the stats of that one grounded gear is so good it basically dwarfs everything else you could get.
Is this a photomance of Quincy Morris? But he ascended, he did. Stay your torches, friends. Let me sort this.
Okay, so there we go. Let's go talk to these angry villagers and let's see if we can help them understand what's going on.
Am I mad, or do these 3 not just ascend? Yet this photoman shows them in the woods, as human. Quincy never went near the woods. 'Tis a forgery.
Could be. I don't go near the woods either, but just woke up out there tonight with this strange child gawking at me. And I got to wonder about that harp in the mayor's house. That belongs to Mina, I know. Only one of you lumps worth the air you breathe.
Listen to the wizard. They speak the truth. We are not protected. We are devoured. Some through ascension. Some disappear in the woods. Others, like me, take ill or get injured and succumb to our wounds. But all of it is a lie to cover up the House of Cups' only interest.
Death.
Uh-oh. Red Death showed up. Okay, let's go talk to Red Death.
Hello, wizard. Worry not, for 'tis only Lucy. As I spoke to the Broken Branch, I convinced them to aid us. So I joined them. I lead them. I am death for them, and death for the immortals. Together, we will topple the House of Cups.
Well, that's a new look for sure.
For centuries, they treated me like family, while making me into a monster. And when I rediscovered my humanity, they cast me out. They were afraid, and they were right to be. I will wield this cure like a scythe and cut them down.
I thought the goal was to save the villagers.
I can do both.
Storming the castle does sound a bit tricky, but if we threaten their food supply...
Then they will come running into the light. Yes, I think it is time for the grazing to end and the revolution to begin. Listen to me. You have seen the evidence yourselves. Your neighbors, your families. They are not living in a palace in the clouds. They are gone, fed upon and discarded by the House of Cups. Vampires, we call them. Parasites is another word. Not but haughty mosquitoes. Will you help me swat them?
We must! Death to the vampires! Death to the vampires!
Then tear down their statues. Draw out their collaborators. Show them you will no longer be their victims.
Boy, that sounds like a happy bunch of people now. Okay, let's go for this. Alrighty, guys. So we got to tear down some statues. So let's see how this works. Tearing down the statues.
No more sacrifices. No more ascension.
Cool. One statue torn down. Fantastic. Okay, let's watch him do this one here.
Bring them back, you monsters!
Cool. Another statue down. I think there's one more right up here. Looks like these guys take their work seriously. Oh, yeah.
What the devil is going on out here? Did none of you sleep?
How like you, McCreary, to slumber when the world is falling down.
Children?
Surprised I'm still kicking? I know about your little list, and I took my intended stroll out to the woods, but I strolled my way back.
We know about your stockpile of treasures too, Mr. Mayor. How long have you been selling us out? And Mina, poor sweet Mina, who played her harp all day for us in the fields. I mean, Luther, I understand, but why sacrifice Mina?
Luther, I understand.
Aye, it's a fair question, McCreary. I'd suggest you answer it before I tear open your hide and start digging for answers.
I had no choice. It was, well, either I send them a few or they take all. Or hypnotism. Yes, they ensorcelled me with their eyes. Thank you. Oh, thank you for freeing. No? Bye then.
And off he goes to the Whispering Woods. I don't much fancy another trip in there. What about you, child? Go be good for something.
Okay, well, they want me to go chase him down, so let's give it a shot. Now, as I recall, this is a tough boss fight, so we'll see if I can handle it alone. His cheats are kind of annoying. And he uses them to full effect. I think I got an idea that might work.
I have dire news to impart. The village is in upheaval. We must alert Count Strigoi.
Alert him of your failure, you mean?
What? No!
We allowed you luxuries in exchange for pacifying the herd. Now the beasts rattle their cages. The flock is tainted and will have to be put down. And you, who failed in a purpose that no longer exists, will suffer the fate to which you have condemned so many.
No! No!
You will be devoured.
No!
Look at him run. Well, let's defeat these two, and then we'll chase him down. Yeah, McCreary, not such a nice guy. Nope, that's not going to get us what we want. Yeah, so McCreary, so the boss fight that we're going to deal with here in just a little bit, tough boss fight. His cheats are annoying. And I'm not going to be the first person to say that it's easier with two people. Yep, it is much easier with two people. But we'll give it a stab with one, and we'll see how far we can go. I think I have an idea on how to do it. Okay, this should take care of them. She might still get a hit off, though. I love the vampire design. So cool. Some big hits there. But Murph is on the job. You know, it's probably about time that I'm thinking about trying to do a new pet, but I like Murph so much. Murph is so okay, he has his good points and sometimes he's annoying like any pet. I gotta think about some more. Let me know down in the comments, what pet would you train up for a fire guy? What characteristics do you like most? Are you just a straight up damage person, or do you like the Maycasts?
You would save this traitor to his kind? Yours is a curious and contradictory morality. It matters not. When our lord's festivities end, so too will your village.
Okay, well, we're gonna health up, and you know what? Let's see here, are we going to go straight into the fight? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, here's what we got to think about. So, he's going to bring in a band of headaches every single time that we've got to get rid of. Okay? But we've got to come back and we've got to take him down pretty quick. So, I'm thinking the best strategy for this, okay? The best strategy for this is going to be, well, okay. We are going to take the calderas out. We're going to take the meteor strikes out. Sign of Fire is just going to be too heavy, and chariots are going to be too heavy. So what we want to do is let's get all the best boosts, because we want to boost all of our spells, right? Okay. We've got a reshuffle in there. As far as spells are really going to help us work this out, we need to make some choices here. So let's go over to our fire spells. I'm thinking we want to keep the fire blades in, and then let's come over here. Do we got fire blades? I don't think we got straight up fire blades. Let's see here. I think I'm all out. I need to go buy some more straight up fire blades that I can give. Okay, we'll leave the balanced blades in there because that'll help. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Well, what we want to do is we're going to go. We could go Scald. No. Let's just go fire dragon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make sure we have plenty of fire dragons in there, okay? We want to keep all of our fire dragons ready to go. We'll leave a couple of the Inferno Blades in there and a couple of Feints. I'm not sure if we'll get to use them or not. We're going to pull these out. Now, what we need is we need something that's going to do a lot of damage, but it's going to do it pretty quickly with, like, just 4 pips or so. So we have Phoenix, would be 5. Scorching Scimitars is interesting, but she's not going to ever do a really heavy amount of damage. That's going to be a downside to Scorching Scimitars. Okay? And my Phantasm, I could... You know what? That might be the way to go. Because that's 395 plus another 4 something. And I think that would be... Maybe. I've got to think about this. This might be the way to go. See, we've got to take down Query. That is the big deal, right? That's the big deal. And the thing is we got to do him with single hits because we're only going to have windows to crush him. Now, if we look at some of our other spells, Krampus is a good hit, but that would get us away from using those, which might be worth it. Honestly, the Brimstone Revenant... That's a pretty darn good hit we could use quite a few times. And we can spam the Brimstone Revenant and probably get 1,000 or more hits every damage every single time we do it. For that same thing, Glimpse of Eternity, no, that's AoE. I don't want to go AoE. Gosh, maybe Brimstone Revenant is the way to go. Phantasm's not bad. But Brimstone Revenant, look at that. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do. Because, and he's going to trap him too, so maybe we can take advantage of that. We're going to use Brimstone Revenant. We can hit him quick, we can hit him fast. And honestly, I mean, healing's never saved us. So, we're just going to toss our healing out for the window, and we're going to just try to hit. I think that's going to be the strategy, guys. I don't think it's going to work, or it might work, but we got to get into it and figure it out. So let's hop.
Vile, oddly garbed, meddlesome busybody. Why couldn't you leave well enough alone? They were happy. They were safe, blissful in ignorance. Oh, don't give me that. What would you have them do? Roam the world in tattered wagons, hide until the werewolves or gargoyles snag them? They don't know the true dangers of our world, the monsters at our borders. I shouldered that burden. I endured the truth so they could live the dream. And now you've awakened them. And what do you suppose will happen? Of what use is a herd if it does not feed the farm? Oh, yes. You saved the mortal plane. Liberated it so that we all can die. Well, if death be our destiny, you shall meet it first.
Okay, let's take down Mr. McCreary and shut him down. Okay, so here we go. So here's the advantage, is we can go ahead and Fire Dragon right away, and then we can follow up with the Brimstone Revenant. We can go ahead and get all this going, because here's what makes him tough. Is now he's invulnerable until we get all those guys, and we have to really get rid of all those guys before that becomes a thing. And so we gotta time everything. That's why two people is much better for this than a single person. Now, if I keep getting Murph to give me a hand there like that, then I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. There we go. So now we've got another Fire Dragon, and that other Fire Dragon will be coming pretty handy. So let's use this Fire Dragon right now. Then we'll stack a couple blades, and then when we get a chance, we're going to strike McCreary. Because we got to get rid of these villagers. Awesome. Okay. Now, once they're gone, they'll appear again. That's going to be the headache of the situation. Now, if he didn't resummon him, I don't think it would be that bad. And see, now he won't lose his invulnerability until, you guessed it, the next round.
You think I was their only enabler?
So now while he has the invulnerability up. Oh, good. Yeah, Fire Dragon's the best choice. Wasn't sure if that was going to keep striking him, right? So let's go ahead and I don't want to lose my chance here. So let's go ahead and hit him again. I think my strategy might work, but it's going to depend on a lot of things going right for me. Okay, that's good. I like that. So, what's our strategy next? Now, our strategy next is, we got to be careful, okay? Because we need to build up another hit because he's going to go invulnerable here again pretty quick. And he's going to keep hitting us, too. Okay, so we got to keep the pressure up. Alrighty, so let's do this. Yeah, okay, there we go. This is fully expected. Tell you what, we've had a good start so far. Now here's what's going to be the pain is that it's going to take about 2 rounds to get all the pips we need. Okay, we're going to kick him to the side right now to draw that in. Now we're going to take some damage here. Those thralls are going to knock some chunks out of us, unfortunately. But I think the strategy to hit him over and to spam him with hits and get the hits out quickly before he can go invulnerable, I think that's going to be a winning strategy. Okay, here's... is this going to stun us? Yes. Okay, so this is the stuff, you know, that you get in any fight that can be annoying and that might cause issues. Right, so there's not a whole lot we can do at this point, but we can go ahead and get a Brimstone Revenant ready. We already have a Fire Dragon ready to go, and there's nothing we can do this round anyway, so... Yep, just like that. So we got 2 of them that'll probably take a hit on us pretty quick. Ooh, yeah, see, those things are going to hurt. See, this is what's going to kill me in the end, is I can't get rid of those guys fast enough before they start hammering me. See, like, if you have one guy building up a big hit and one guy having his AoE ready, I think that is the... Sheesh. See, I mean, they have all taken a hit. That one just worked against him. Go figure. And so there we go. Half my health is gone. Okay. So we got to keep a Fire Dragon in waiting. I guess the real advantage of that is we were able to save some pips up. And this Fire Dragon should be a nice, healthy hit. Come on, really? Well, it didn't help him much. And yeah, unfortunately, because of his invulnerability, that won't change till next round. Okay. Here's the good news is we've got some hits ready to go. I can hit him right now. Yeah, let's do it. It won't be as big of a hit. Good, good deal. Okay. I'm glad that he took it off before I could swing. Yeah, this will not be as good of a hit as the other one, because the other one had a blade on it. Oh, well, you know what? I'll take that. Very good. See, this is the type of good luck I need right now. Oh, man. Ooh. But if we go ahead and do this right now, maybe we can get another hit in before he casts the cheat. We're going to give it a shot before he does anything. Let's see if we can get that casting. Oh, never mind. We're screwed. Dang it. That's frustrating. I shouldn't have done it. This decision right here is what screws me. Because that's going to be 0. Ho, ho, ho. We're in trouble, guys. Because these guys are going to... These guys took most of my health last time. Unless Murph steps up and gives me a hand here, I don't know. Like, that's 1,500. 900 is still more than enough. Oh, and he took away... took that trap away. Yep, and this can be like 600 points of damage. Yep. Yeah, I'm just... Yeah, if I hadn't cast that spell, I would be able to do my Fire Dragon and be done with it. But because I cast that spell, it put me behind everything. Oh no, I should have... Well, it's fine. This could be it, guys. Jeez. You know, so I think we could have done it. Oh, look at that. Isn't this terrible, guys? We're losing. Oh, man. Look at that. One mistake cost it all. One mistake cost me the whole fight, guys. Oh, so frustrating. The strategy was working so well. Gosh, I think we actually had a chance, guys, until I made that error. Okay, be back in a minute. Okay, guys, I've been fighting him again, and we're about to see if I can survive. I'm barely alive, but It's going to depend on how aggressive they are this next round. Gosh, I think I'm just close. This round was a lot tougher than I expected it to be because basically I started off at quite the deficit. And Murphy hasn't been helping me out. But I didn't have initiative, so they get to go first. If I get to go first, I bet you I'd win this. But because I'm not getting to go first, I think I've lost again. We're going to give it a shot. But I mean, I've worked him all the way down to 4,000. I mean, I think we could defeat him if we block some of these criticals maybe and don't take any more damage. But I think that's pretty much over with, yeah. Boy, if we would have had initiative, I think we would have won this one, guys. Okay, let me try again. Hey guys, I'm back. This is my 5th time trying this. Actually, probably my 6th time trying this. But I feel like maybe I have a shot at it. So let's watch this. I don't have initiative, which is a negative, but things have been working kind of working out. So we're going to see how everything lays out. I have a shot here to get a good hit in. We're going to take it. Nope, he screwed me. He screwed me again. Never mind. It's very inconsistent about when he will cast the cheat and the invulnerability. Like, he shouldn't have cast it then, according to the way the cheat works, but he's... sorry. I guess I'm griping about this. This fight's really gotten annoying because I think there's been... Out of the... Let's say 6 times. I think there's been 3 times I've been pretty close, and it's because it's not being consistent in the way it's doing things. I cast a spell out of sequence, like I just did, and I get totally screwed from the onset. Now, because I cast this, 1, no damage is done. That's 1. They still all get their hits. So now, I'm behind. So instead of him being like way lower than that, he's now way higher than that. So now I'm going to take a bunch of hits. He's going to score a really big hit on me here pretty quick. And yeah, like it's because it's like, if you look at my pips, it's now 3 rounds before I can get rid of his minions. And his minions, trust me, they're going to beat me up. Sorry. I honestly thought that we were in a good space, and I made another unforced error. Mainly because it's being inconsistent in the way that it's applying the cheats. Sorry, I'm just a little, wouldn't necessarily say fired up about it, just... Yeah, I would say a little worn out about it at this point, okay? Yeah, that's okay. I'm committed now, okay? So this is just the latest installment of me hitting my head against the wall as I try to solo this guy. I can solo this guy. My strategy is sound. What the challenge is all the things falling into place. And right now, the RNG god has been kicking my butt. Not through possibilities, but because I think the cheats are not consistent in the way it's doing stuff. Gosh, imagine that in King's Isle, a boss cheat not working the way it's been labeled. Yeah, see, like this one? Okay, that worked out okay, but man, if he crits that's like 2,000. And here's a bigger hit, is if Mr. Boss Guy hits me with that stupid elephant again, yeah, it's over. Yeah, I mean, there's I'm done. See, for my strategy to work is I have to fire dragon, knock them all down, and then I need to try to get 1 quick hit in for him. And I should have 2 rounds to do that. But I've seen him not even give me a round in the swap. Yeah, I've seen him actually trigger the cheats a round early, 2 rounds early, and that's what's been causing my loss. Also, the minions, I'm not going to gripe too much about the minions because, that's just part of it. Sometimes they throw out a Stormlord, which really shuts me down, or they've done a Raw, which reduced my hit, or another thing that they've done randomly, because it is RNG. Who knows when it's going to come up, if it's going to come up at all, right? Because you can't plan for it, because that's just part of the game, right? is sometimes they will go ahead and see, sometimes it works in my favor, right? But now I got to survive that gauntlet once again, just to even get my hit out, to even just keep the fight going, right? Okay? And let's not even talk about my deck treating me right. And you might say, well, your deck's too full and da-da-da. But honestly, this is not a, this is not a fight that you're going to win with a 5-card deck. It isn't, because until you get his minions, you can't get a hit on him, and you can't get a big enough hit on him in time, even between those. Like, yeah, critical. There you go. That just about killed me. Yep, and this guy will shut me down here as well. Okay, well, guys, here we go. And there we are again. Okay, I'll see you here in a bit. Okay, guys, we're back again. I don't think we're going to win. I think my health is too low. I think he's going to body slam me here in a minute. But it's another possibility of a win. Still don't have initiative. But as I've already experienced, even if you have initiative, they kick your butt anyways. So. Oh, there you go. Murph, well, that was, never mind. That was just his spell. I was thinking, hey, maybe Murph is going to come in and give us a save here. Now watch. Oh, there we go. See, he did it out of sequence. You see that? He just cast it. Now he's invulnerable. It's out of sequence, so there's nothing I can do. So there we go. That's the inconsistency now of the game running its cheats. Okay? So now this is a wasted spell. Could have brought him down. Could have put me in, ballpark of killing him off. You know, because he only had 7,000. If I could have done like 4,000, maybe. Game's over now. Game's over now, guys. Game is over now. So, sorry. It's not over now. Because I am going to defeat this guy. It is going to happen. Okay? It's going down. You know? His defeat is imminent. It just might take a few times. I was so close. Well, I've been so close 4 times now. Do you really don't even want to tell you how many times I've done this, but I think you probably this is the 3rd time they've hit me with Stormlord, just so you know. Been pretty terrible. Yeah. Okay. See you guys in a minute. Okay, guys, we're at one of the best chances I've ever had of possibly pulling this off again, so probably won't happen, but let's see what happens here. Okay, he's invulnerable. He's about to kick my butt. I'm about to take a whole bunch of damage, so I could easily just die this round, so let's just see what happens. Hope you guys have been enjoying my defeats and been learning from them. I've got another idea for a different strategy that I might try if I can't pull this one off. I don't think it would be any more successful, but at this point, I'm willing to try some things. You know, it's different every time, because obviously the spells that they hit you with are random. Your initiative, whether you get it or don't get, is random. Whether they crit or don't crit is random. Whether you fizz or don't fizz. Thank God I didn't fizz. Thank God I didn't fizz, yes. Is random, so yeah, I mean, it can go any which way, you know. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of when I was with my myth and I was trying to solo the Baba Yaga fight. And I don't know if you've ever tried to solo the Baba Yaga fight. It is a challenge, for sure. Yeah, it's a challenge. So, there you go. Okay. Yeah, you know what I might just do is... Okay, we have 1 shot at this. Let's see if we can pull it off. Because he's going to change. And we're going to take almost 3,000 there from him. I got Blade. And I got 1 hit. 1 hit. So I'm going to take it. And yep, they didn't follow the pattern. They screwed us on the pattern, which is what I'm kind of used to. And so unless I fizzle, I'm screwed. I think we had a chance. Honestly, if it would just do the cheat the way it does everywhere else, I think we could take them. Honestly. I honestly think we would have already won. It would have been tough, but we would have already won. But because they don't follow the cheat pattern, they don't give you the 2 rounds after you've defeated his minions, because that's what the cheat pattern's supposed to be, is he's supposed to wait 2 rounds and then summon them in. But it doesn't do it. So, sorry. And I could be wrong about that. I could have read it wrong on the stuff, you know. But I'm you know, once again in this position, asking for your support. Sorry, that sounds like a Bernie Sanders meme. Okay. Alrighty then. Yeah, see, I mean, he would be done. He would be toast, literally toast. But because he's doing that out of sequence, I lose both of those, and I lose the, well, I lost the hit. So whack, you know. Makes it extremely difficult to solo it. I mean, I've got another idea for a strategy. I don't think it'll work because I don't think I'd be able to build it up in time. You know, that's part of the big problem, is to get a big enough hit. I mean, you've got to really build up the hit, and they're going to kill me this round, so it's not going to matter. Yeah. I think I'm being too helpful. I'm just bringing you guys in too early. Yeah, look at all those pips they're getting ready to hit me with there. If that doesn't depress you, I don't know. Oh yeah, here we go. Insult to injury. So even if I could get a hit off, it's going to be knocked down. Well, and for some magical thing, they are like, wish they would. I mean, wish they would have just finished me off. Yeah. Yeah. Not a lot I can do. Not a lot I can do at this point. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Guys, guess what? I'm a glutton for punishment, and I'm fighting it again. And, well, we'll see. I don't have any hopes for this one either. I'm sure that he'll end up killing me. Like normal. Okay, so if he does the cheat, goes invulnerable, we're done here. I don't think that's going to help much, but I want to at least try to get a hit in before. Yeah, like, look at that. We're so close, guys. So close. And, yeah, he's gonna do the cheats. So I'll cast it, and then he'll do that. What? Wait. Watch, I'll fizzle. No, I didn't fizzle. Oh my goodness, guys! After 12 times, we got him. 12, maybe 13 times.
That did not go as well as I had hoped. Spare me your judgments. Yes, I helped myself to a few of the nicer baubles left behind by our noble sacrifices. What was the harm? I am no such thing. And where does a child learn such vile language? Very well, take me back to the village. It is not as though I can stop you anyway. I will proudly join my people in our final hours.
Wow, and just like that, guys, the impossible fight became possible. It just had to get lucky enough to... Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me die, but that's all I have for today, guys. Sekira and Ashhammer 4, the Dual School Fire and Storm walkthrough. I don't remember what I was playing. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.